Bam! We're going live. Welcome to the stream tonight, everybody. I can take those off since I'm not talking to anybody or anyone's not talking back to me. So I can see my green on the mic there. Pro Se Lawsuit Center. I'm Coach Neighbors, and I'm excited to be here. I'm getting excited to come every day. So, before we get rolling, the people that invested in that RICO package that I had a giveaway sale on a few weeks back, you guys need to call me so that you can get the code. I've emailed you guys a couple of times, so I don't know if the emails are going to spam or if you guys aren't getting them. Okay, so the people that invested in that RICO package, you guys are the bodies in the online course, and I spoke with a couple of people, and they don't think they realize that. So yeah, you got one document. I think it was just one document because at the time that I put that out there, I had just created it, and I was still making what I needed to control the court, which was the reason why we built that RICO lawsuit in the first place. But we had to stop calling it the RICO because because they don't like that when you say that on advertising or in ad. The attorneys that run these corporations know that's what they're doing, and so but we ain't trying to fight them. Not on that issue. So we're just gonna figure out a way to get it out there so we can get rolling because we don't have time to be spinning our wheels. We already know how that goes. So you guys call me so that we can get touch base. I think there's like 11 people. Rando and his friend Leaf got added yesterday, and Rando actually invested in the eviction process here a while back, but then he got called up by the government to go do some stuff or something. So, but he's back now, and when we get the new situation handled, we'll be working on the other situation because it was a while back that he paid, but I don't forget, or at least that's my story. What did I say my story was? Okay. So yeah, we're rolling live on Rumble, and I thought we was over on Odyssey yet, but I haven't set up my page over there, and I just fumbling around with the first. I figured out how to do it now, so we'll get that done in the next day or so that people over there can see us too. And we got some deals going on right now on the website. If you're facing foreclosure or I don't know what there was two deals going. $99 deal, $99 deal going on for the first of this month. So you guys should get over and check that deal out. So today, let's just today we're here to talk. I'm gonna we're gonna talk about the new thing. The new offensive. The legal offensive coaching program that. Okay, so you guys have been around. You know that when I coach people, I always tell you, I don't do the conventional stuff, and we don't, whatever. But apparently, there's a big need for that, and I actually have had a couple of attorneys that call me and bounce stuff off. So we're just gonna roll with this. We already know that they, I know the government, whoever they are, They want to take everything from you. They want your home, your freedom, even your family. And prosecutors, judges, and foreclosure courts, they all play on the same team. They all play on the same team. And they expect you to fold, stay silent, and walk away broken. They expect you to walk away from all your stuff they throwed out on the curb. Or they expect you to put your clothes in this mesh bag and put on these new orange clothes. You signed everything to do that, and you had to sign to do that too. Believe me. Stay focused here. Yeah, that's why I built the legal offense coaching program. Well, actually, this is from what we the real time feedback. What we do here is not theory. It's real coaching 101 based off of the real time feedback from people like you who had the courage enough to step up and do whatever it took and challenge the judges and protect their due process, their right to due process. You know, the whole system is set up. And this is my opinion, and I've been through it. I ain't never been convicted of anything, nor have I ever took the deal. You got to throw that on the table when you start talking about that. Okay? I did not take the deal. Okay? Okay, so this criminal stuff I learned from getting punched in the face and going through it. I never been convicted of anything. Oh, but they sure try really, really hard. And here's the thing. There's one thing most people don't realize. Okay. My mic went off. Let's just start back up from the top. Right. Yeah. I think my mic went off. I don't know. I didn't know how much you guys heard. Okay. Okay, but they expect you to stay silent and walk away broken. Now, I built because it was built from the real-time feedback, the legal offense coaching program, so you can be coached a little more on how to fight back. And this ain't theory. This is real coaching one-on-one built in from all the people like you who had the courage to stand up to these people and to protect your right to due process. Now, I've been through this, and I'll tell you right now, one of the biggest traps is that your attorney might not be fighting for you. Most of them serve the system, not the client. This is my opinion. I've had 14 of them. They do not like me. Judges push cases through like paperwork. Oh, that's what it is to them. Prosecutors stack charges on until they break you. Oh, by the time they get done, you're looking at 9 million years. And the foreclosure courts, they want your house fast. They want your house fast. Okay, but when you step into the legal offense coaching program, everything changes. You'll learn how to stop the court process in the tracks. You'll learn how to fire your attorney and take control. You'll learn how to hold the judges accountable when they trample on your rights, how to defend your family, your home, your future. In this program, you can even start your future. Start your own business. But first, you got to get through this first thing right here. We're going. So the way this works out, you can it's $75 an hour for a half an hour of coaching. $75 for a half an hour of coaching, and the 30-minute session is focused and powerful, and it's $75. The registration form, it'll be emailed to you. It'll be emailed to the email address connected to your payment method, and then that registration form, you'll fill it out, and then we'll communicate to make sure that I understand what your situation or whatever, or enough about it, so that I can help you reach the goal that you want to reach. And when the coaching slots are full, there'll be clients waiting to join the list. There'll be a waiting list, and then the people on the waiting list will receive word, and they'll receive the password to the client information hub with instructions and details once they are able to get into the list. Now, the first 12 people or something that we have already, I'm going to right now, and you guys can go look at it. I'll probably leave it open at least till then. I have other stuff to do, and everybody's doing pretty good with their stuff. So, but you guys can go over and look at that hub, how it's structured or whatever. When I start putting the things in it that the people are going to be using, and that's one of the reasons why we had that there. I can add things to it into the library. I can add videos to it. The whole thing is structured, and you guys can actually leave comments about everything in there. So you all can go there to see what's going on. I don't have to communicate with 49,000 people. So, and then you guys can leave comments there too. And it's a way for us to communicate until I get the online course structure, which is on my own website over there somewhere. And once we get that structure, we'll kind of shift over to that. But I kind of like this hut. We may keep it after we get done, so we can use it with the coaching, with the private coaching, like I'm going to be doing, and so my commitment is the coaching first, and my coaching, your ability to take control of the court process is my number one priority. Your ability to take control of the court process. Now, a lot of people are worried about stopping this, stopping that. Your ability to take control of the court process overall, not just stopping one thing. Okay, that's you got to stop. So our strategies are based on real-time feedback from the people who invested in Pro Se Lawsuit Center. So the next step, you just make your investment over on the product page, and complete. You'll get the registration form that sent out to you, and then you'll know what information that I need to understand when we talk on the phone. And then you'll get on the phone to call me to schedule. Your stuff won't be scheduled until you call me on the phone. So you need to go ahead and pay. Get your registration form should come. It's not in there yet. If you pay right now, it won't come yet because I haven't got it in there yet. But I'm working on it. By the end of the week. But you can pay now. I'll see your stuff, and then just give me a call anyway, and then we'll just get done. We'll get you first on the list because we ain't trying to hold nothing up. Yeah. And so this is separate from the online course training that we're doing. This coaching situation going on here is I can help you with whatever you got going on, or whatever. That's kind of how I want to start doing that. Because I'm getting bored. Oh, so you need to call me, Coach Neighbors. My number's right, 913-240-0227 to schedule your session. And then once your session is scheduled, that's confirmation that you're in the door. Now, if you send me $75 and something happens and I'm full, there's no way I can help you. I'll give you your money back. You can get in the next course. It's up to you, because I ain't nobody trying to be, like that. We're trying to get this together. This is brand new what we're doing. I don't know of anybody doing anything like this for real. That's offering people stuff that's real time is going to help them and allow them to start their own business, protect their families. I don't know. I don't. If there is somebody telling me. So limited availability. Blah 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 blah. Okay, you guys know. Limited availability. You guys, to keep this coaching personal, I'm going to keep the group. I'm going to keep the group small. I'm going to take on just a few clients at a time. Well, I'm hoping to do more than a few each month. But, I'm just going to take it slow, because there's things that are going to come up that I don't see in the middle. I see what I need at the end. I got what it was, so I'm ready for what's in the middle. And you guys keep that in mind too, okay? Because like I said, there's no manual on how to do this right here. We're making it as we go. So when the slots are full, there'll be a sign up for a waiting seat. And when I can, I'll try to communicate with people who if you pay, I want to make sure that I contact you, and so you can have some idea, if you're going to make it or what's going to happen, or, who knows? Maybe we could get you on another pro, whatever. I just want to make sure we're doing everything we can do without limitations to make sure that, if you're interested and you can't get in right now, that you still are able to get what you need to get the control of the situation until you can get in. Now, we have additional opportunities for people here after they experience the value of the coaching, and some people may want to choose to continue by joining online courses or investing in lawsuit packages or becoming a certified legal coach and getting you can get your bar card anyway. And the only certification that you need is to give it to yourself. I certify myself. Okay, sorry. I think I've been at this too long. Okay, so coaching remains a priority, and it's pretty much what I'm doing already. I just get to do it a little over here too, and not stuck behind the stuff that we built here. So now I can help other people over there that just doing whatever it is you're doing. To jam you up, and I can help you get unjammed or whatever. Man. And I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I'm going to be honest with you because that's how I roll. Now, some people aren't happy about that. Most of the time, those people that aren't happy are the ones that I can't see them at the end over there where I need to see them at. Okay, because they're not doing what needs to get done in the middle. Yeah, I just like to keep it simple. Just to keep it simple. Okay, but communication has to be opened up, and we all have to respect each other. With that being said, because I am very passionate about what I do here, and I don't take a whole lot of time to sit and think about how something's going to come across. Now, I'm not trying to be a butthead unless I have to. Because the priority is the coaching, not being my friend, not whatever. So, and I had that situation. I can be your friend, but when it comes to the coaching, this is my life, and the decision that you're going to get from me is going to be decisions that I would use for myself or my ex-wife or anybody from my family, pretty much. And the marriage dissolution and some of those things were structured for family members. So, some of the frequent asked questions from some people is this legal representation? And I would say no. I would call it RICO defension. Oh, no, it's educational. It's educational coaching, and you're responsible for your own case. I don't look at your paperwork. I ain't, no, nope. And okay, so what if I already have an attorney? Well, we talked about that. We can evaluate whether your attorney's serving you or whether you need to fire him or her. So, and that could be why you pay the $75. Of course, if you pay the $75 and you need to fire him or her, then obviously you could get what you need off the website and be in the coaching group over on Twitter at neighbors_coach. What if I'm new to self-representation? Well, I'm going to try to meet you where you are to help you jumpstart your critical thinking in the process. So that's kind of, I mean, I don't know. Everybody, I was new once. If you can follow the instructions, watch the videos that we and do, in this case, I may direct you to some videos to watch to educate yourself, in addition to letting you know what's going on, and then sending you over there so you can verify whatever. Then that opens up the door for you to go and look at some more stuff, or at least that's jump starting your critical thinking process. And that's what we're doing. So if the slots are full, then we'll have a waiting list, and then you'll receive priority access into the client, the student hub, the client hub, and you'll receive the password when the space opens up. So, are you ready to take control? Click below and make your $75 investment and schedule your 30-minute coaching session, and then call me so that you can get scheduled on the thing. And then, after you read if you do it tonight, we'll have to talk, and maybe you'll help me make the first register straight. Okay, I already know what I need to know. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this, and we got a whole lot of new programs. We got Ismail, welcome. You hear me loud and clear. All right, then. Welcome to the show. This right here is the best deal we got going right here, right now. If you ask me, fighting the foreclosure eviction process. And this package here helps you cloud the title. Oh. Okay, so let's do a screen share and go look at the coaching thing. I was going to do that while we're here because I'm not in that big a hurry. We're streaming live over on Rumble. Okay. Oh, the attorneys. Oh, they're more grumpy. I think they're more grumpy about about the product I just showed you that had the conveyance document and the less penance lien to help you cloud the title of your own house to block them from moving forward with anything, and then for like a very short, very small amount of money, and then wait, okay, y'all need to get in the coaching for. Okay, so this is what we got right here. We put this thing together here, and just real quick there, and then for you old people, y'all need to scroll down. But I like the way this. You don't need to be alone in the courtroom with the one-on-one. So with our stuff, they ain't gonna want. They're not ready to have you in court until they have figured out how they're gonna control you and check your shit down to be tossed out the back door. Okay, now that's just what I'm saying. So this hands-on coaching is drawn from you got. Okay, here what you get. Help you stop criminal charges, federal or state. Learn strategies to defend yourself in serious cases. And some people like, so that's a strong word, stop. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, when you go into an administrative court process, if someone drags me, files a lawsuit against me or whatever, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is file a counterclaim. Well, that's the second thing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the state. I'm going to add the judge, because the judge is getting paid by the state. I'm going to add the prosecutor or the attorney or whoever, the victim people. I'm going to add them to the counterclaim for $200 million and file that right in their case. Now, we come to the table with fraudulent concealment, which is a legal doctrine that tolls the statute of limitations. So you can do my stuff in the premium package anytime. It don't matter how long ago. Okay, but so let's stay focused, Coach. Okay, because right now, when you add them to the counterclaim that you filed in their case without paying filing fees, now you got your $200 million thing on the table without paying filing fees. Without having to serve them. I don't even mail it. I just put on a thing and email it to all these fools. And then I email it to all the court staff, the attorney's offices. And like every time I email, it's like 30 people in. Oh. Now you just added them. And this is the kind of coaching that I bring to the table. I'm throwing it right here for everybody, okay? Use the counterclaim, add the parties to the counterclaim as plaintiffs. You can do that. We do it all day. Bam! And now you just added the parties to their own case. But you know what? We have an easier way to check down to stop the state court process. And I'm just saying stop. Because when I get done explaining, I mean, that right there stops it. I think. I'm pretty sure. Because they can't represent a case they're a party to. They can't litigate a case they're a party. They can't represent each other. They can't represent other members from the same corporation. And they're a corporation, so they can't go in the court without representation. Oh, wait. What if you add the State Bar Association as a that's a problem. If you add a State Bar Association, then nobody from another law firm. I'm not that smart. Okay, so I like to just follow their okay, so and so so now you just added them to their own crap that they started, okay? But what if you want to be asked about it? Okay, well, you can uh you can add the attorney's property to your claim as damages. I've done this. In my sister's cases, go to the YouTube channel and punch in my sister for foreclosure. You add the attorney's property, whatever property you want, to your counterclaim. Can you add property to your counter? Okay, but when you do that, okay, now you got to go back over there and do your research. And we have a class that's coming up. I'm going to teach you guys how to do the research on these people to find out what assets they own and where these properties are and what the value of them are. And now you can put, okay, so if you add their property to your as damages, now you're putting the claim on the property. Oh, that $99 package. Oh, the $99 package has the conveyance document, the less penniless document, and a counterclaim document for the eviction process. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, so here's the fun part of this, and this is what I tell people when you get in my program. You're gonna learn how to have fun. Okay, the fun part of this is when we put the lien against the attorneys. Well, we didn't actually get around to putting the lien against it. We just added it as damages, and his wife was a signer, so we had to serve her a copy of the counterclaim that we use to add all of them to their own stuff. And my sister wanted to be an ass about it. I'm blaming it on her. So what we did was we added all of that, and then we added the State Bar Association. And I noted in the letter to the spouse that she probably would want to hire a federal attorney, because if we're suing the State Bar Association, I don't think anybody from the state technically is going to it's going to be allowed. And so I ain't trying to leave nobody hanging. So at the end of that story, I can't talk about the actual end, how it actually ended. But what I can tell you is that they were really, really, really mad, and they were really mad at when we served their attorney's spouse a copy of the counterclaim, adding them to it as plaintiffs, because ain't nobody ever done that to them. Ain't nobody ever done that to them. Oh, and so they were really mad. Okay, but we crushed the state court. The judge on the state court, he terminated the case. But the boss attorney, who stepped up 3 attorneys from the gutter because we had the other ones, and he actually was part owner of the company, decided that he was going to just keep going. So then we did that thing with the counterclaim, and then we moved it over to federal court. We did a removal because we sued the judge, and the judge already checked out, and so we did a removal. So then they tried to say that state court still had jurisdiction or whatever. And then so they was really pissing me off because I was getting tired of this. So we went ahead and we filed in federal court. And I took the attorney off. No thing on me though, Daryl. Unless you tell me that I'm going to get force medicated, then I might get a little. You know what? But no, as long as I keep up right here out in the front, I ain't worried about that. Oh, yeah. So the attorneys, they just want to drag it out. And so what I did was, when we filed the actual federal lawsuit, okay, in federal court, then before we did that, we filed. So I took the attorney off. I left his wife on there, and my sister, she couldn't understand why I did that. I told her, you wanted to, you wanted to be asked, right? Okay, so we did that because I felt sorry for the attorney, because I know when well, I already know how mad they were. They called the police and had them call my sister because we had that stuff delivered to his wife. Okay, so I know that she was kicking his butt every day when he got home. Oh, and so now the boat's going down, and his wife is in it, in the middle of his crap. See, they could have did what they did in the end. So sorry, I don't know anything about the end. The end of what? I forgot what we're talking about. No, you know what? If you can't use your fear as an advantage, oh, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You can use it as an advantage, as a tool, as motivation. Or you can go and throw your okay, sorry. People get mad and complain all the time. I'm laughing and joking. I'm like, y'all ask me to just chill, okay? Because when it gets to the point where I'm not having fun, I ain't gonna be here. So that's just the way. That's the way I roll. Cool. I'm going down the other side of the hill right now, so I'm gonna have fun, stay on my feet. So that's why I don't spend no time on the couch. So, oh, thank you, Frederick, and I know you're using the game plan to get some stuff done. Oh, look at this. 420 Levant. I like that. You throwing attorney name out there. Anybody else got an attorney? Throw it there out under the bus, throw their name on there. Shit, we'll leave it up there for a little while. Yeah, county attorney. So what? You copied the attorney. I'm missing. Oh, okay, and the bond. Okay, I'm missing. Well, the magistrate judge didn't have no. He wasn't a judge anyway. I mean, I understand whatever. I'm missing some of your thing is kind of backwards for me to I understand it. But yeah, he's no longer a judge. Well, yeah, that's good. Because the magistrate judge doesn't have jurisdiction to be doing shit anyway without the signatures from all parties. Well, it's time to put a lien on some stuff. I got that package going across the bottom of the screen right there for $99. And I had some attorneys call and complain about that shit, and I told them I don't. Dude, I'm just gonna make it $99 because I know it's pissing y'all off. So I want some people to use it. I need to have video reviews of the power when you open them documents and the notices. Okay. What makes this package special is it gives people facing the eviction process opportunity to cloud the title and stop the freaking and stop the new buyer. Okay, so this is not foreclosure stuff. This document is for the eviction process and has a counterclaim for suing them for the eviction process. Now, the way I look at it is, if you ask enough, you don't have to worry about the foreclosure shit. I had these two brothers one time I was helping, and one brother said, "Okay, coach, we're going to have $5 million, but I want to charge them for copy paper, and I'm going to charge them for ink, and I'm going to charge them, And I'm like, dude, why don't you just, and charge them for all those, and I was trying to, and his brother caught on, and finally, I like, dude, why don't you just jump it up to $6 million? Okay. Jump it up to $6 million and then call it a day. And add all this ink and toner and all of this shit. That's the crap they do. We ain't trying to do that. We need to keep it simple so there ain't no arguing. There ain't no, I don't understand what the hell, why I'm getting my ass handed to me on a wet napkin. Oh. Mm-hmm. Look at you go, Frederick. You add into the counterclaim. And that hems them up. See, we think differently over here, and this is what makes the coaching badass, because we think differently. Okay? We see the beginning, we see the end. So we need to do what we need to do in the middle to make the end be what we're seeing. And that's holding them accountable. It's pretty simple. Holding the people who signed the money, which is, the money, holding them accountable. That's what this is about. And getting your deed out of their office or getting them out of your face or whatever it is you need for the stress and heartache that they put you through before you start having fun. You should make them pay for the fun too. Make them pay for the fun too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got the 42 USC 1983 foreclosure package. It was on $300. It's marked down too. It's marked down to $99. $99 for both of those for the rest of next week. Or maybe if I sell too many, I might shut it off tomorrow. No, for the rest of next week. And I was talking crap. on the conveyance one to the attorneys. And I told them I was going to give it away. So that's what I'm doing. $99. If you facing foreclosure, you better go get it. If you about to face foreclosure, you better go get it. If you think about opening up your own coaching business, you better go get it. You start out the gate, jamming on the eviction process. Oh, there's not much to help. There's not much to help people stop that foreclosure eviction process that don't cost you so much that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and, we don't roll limitations. So once you put to cloud your property, so they can't do nothing with it. Get your lawsuit filed in federal court, and then you got all the doctrine, everything you need to start clowning their property. Mhm. And let them see how it feels to have a lien on there. And you know what? At some point in time, because I'm about to do this lien thing too here when we get caught up on some of this other stuff. At some point in time, it's going to be a problem. Now, the RICO stuff, the list used with the RICO, it causes some seizures of stuff and some shutting down of some, these are things that we're going to be learning in the online course that we got going over there. I got 2 slots open for that. Well, 1, maybe. Well, I don't know. I think 1 or 2 slots open for that, and then that class is going to be filled. And then the next class will be in a month or so after we get maybe we'll see how it goes. Those 2 slots that's open will be at the premium lawsuit package price and not the online course price of $3,500, half price. Okay, so if anybody's interested, then you just give me a call, and that's the situation on that, and we'll get you added to the group. And the first thing that I'm going to put in that study page, I have 2. The first thing I'm going to put in there, I think, is going to be the federal prosecutor's RICO training manual. I don't think you can get better than that. The federal prosecutor's RICO training manual. And then a lot of you who invested in premium packets have the book, The Banker's Secret Manual. We're gonna add that in there too, with some instructions to don't get your head caught up in the banking part of that, because that's not what it's about. We ain't here to get the bank. We ain't here to say shit to the bank, because number one, we can't prove there was any bank in the first place. Okay, because that shit was, after it was signed, after you left the table, it was stamped again and signed and processed through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Okay, and Modern Money Mechanics is a publication put out by these people that know way more about the banking shit than I do. Modern Money Mechanics said they were granted 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. How they gonna be broke? Oh, so what bank? Okay, and then after all that shenanigans, then they violated the state law. They committed real estate deed fraud when they didn't deliver your deed like the state law says that is supposed to do. They didn't do that. They didn't deliver your deed like the state law says. They did what they call their constructive registration. And I looked that shit up to see what that meant after using that word for a while. And what that means is that property information from the time they did their constructive registration going forward is the only information that they're going to recognize with that property. All this shit over here, we're not going to recognize no more. Why? Because that was private property. The private property can't be taxed. It says not once but twice the private property can't be taxed, whatever, And we don't want to talk about that because it connects it over to where it should be and not over here where they can do what they want. And so once they get your property registered, and I'm not that smart, okay? But once they get your property registered, that allows the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And this is my opinion from the real-time feedback. Okay? And the first illegal lien was a property lien. I know, Coach, you sound crazy. I am. Okay, X said I was. My kids used to say, okay. Think of it this way. If there were several people who own property, all those owners would have to be present to sign the lien, right? I'm supposed to be on my shoulders, Sam. Okay, so the fact that they accepted your signature on the lien in the first place proved that you own that shit already, and I smell stink. And then what happens? And then they reclassify your property to one of their, well, three commercial designations: commercial, agricultural, or residential. And residential actually means it's the property of a government official. That's what look that shit up. That's And in some places in Lawrence, Kansas, they told me they had 13 classifications. Oh Lord, how the hell can you have 13? So the purpose of taxation all started when they didn't follow the statute they're supposed to follow. Remember, statutes and codes are not valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. We don't have to follow them. They're there for them to follow to make it fair for us. No, but they don't. They use statutes and codes to foreclose on you. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. But we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. So you guys get over to the website. If you're facing this problem, then this sale ain't gonna go on for very long. It's not gonna go on for very long. And I have some grumpy people that's on my team that's a little grumpy about the sale. But you know what? The sale. And I need to have some video reviews from people using my stuff, from more people using my stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the sale. And it's my way of giving back to for all the support that I've received from everybody. And I got a situation over on Rumble. I did my first cooking show over there, and I cooked some fish, and then I didn't realize that I was cooking in the dark because the camera wasn't working. Okay, so I'm gonna get that figured out so that I get it. But I wanted to say thank you to the 44 people who showed up to watch me cook in the dark. I was trying to figure out if you could see me. If I smiled to open my eyes really wide. But that's if you don't step up to take a shot at it, you won't. One of my coaches tell you if you ain't making a few mistakes, you ain't doing nothing. However, anyway, thank you guys for the value of sharing your time, and I think I'm gonna head to bed. It's been a long day. See you guys in the next stream.